Hello, welcome to the Jones Zone. So, recently I did a vlog showing you really briefly my Blu-ray collection, and then I thought because we're all going to be stuck at home for quite a while, I thought I'd do a sort of movies you should watch in isolation. However, I got a bit carried away because originally I was just going to pick them from my Blu-ray collection, um, uh, and then I picked way more than I feel like I should have done, and I feel like I'm basically just going to tell you to watch every film under the sun. But we'll see how it goes. I'll show you briefly all the Blu-rays I picked out. Some of them are the same. We'll get to that. But yeah, I'll show you that and then we'll get on with it. Yeah, so here's all the Blu-rays I picked out. Yeah. Let's just see how it goes. Yeah. Alright, so I want to start with a couple of films that I think are just quintessential. If you haven't seen these films, you should watch them because they are, award-winning masterpieces. And the first one is Gladiator. Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix. Honestly, if you haven't seen Gladiator, what are you doing with your life? You need to see this movie. So good. Such a good movie. It gets me every time. The ending is just, it's so powerful. So that's recommendation number one. Recommendation number two is The Shawshank Redemption. Again, if you haven't seen this movie, what have you been doing for your entire life? This is an incredible movie. It's a classic. Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. Again, just watch The Shawshank Redemption. Right, now, what we got? My favourite film of 2018, A Star is Born. Incredible movie. Incredibly moving. It makes me cry every time I watch it. I think it's the best version of A Star is Born. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper are incredible. It's Bradley Cooper's directorial debut, and he just absolutely smashes it out of the park with this movie. Incredible music. Again, just watch it. I mean, me saying all positive things about it is not enough. You should just watch it, and then you'll understand. And then a recent film, one that I think was my second or third best film of last year, and that is Joker. Joaquin Phoenix was the best performance of last year, just in general. I don't think there should be a best actor, best actress. I think it should be just best performance because, I think every performance is equal. But Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, and not even just as Joker, as Arthur Fleck as well, just as the characters in this movie, is the best performance of 2019. So if you haven't checked out Joker, I highly recommend it. Don't watch it on a day where you're feeling really low because it is quite a heavy film. In fact, I think that's the same for A Star is Born and Shawshank Redemption. I mean, Gladiator is alright if you're having a heavy day. But, yeah, some of those are quite depressing to watch. Right, so, what am I going to start with? I'll leave the superhero stuff for the end because they're at the bottom anyway. If you're looking for a really, really solid comedy, this is one that I always recommend to people that they should watch because it is hilarious, and that is Horrible Bosses. So funny, incredible cast. If you're just looking for a really, really good time and a really good laugh, Horrible Bosses is the way to go. I want to whiz through these quite quickly because I was originally going to make it like the top 5 movies you should watch in isolation, and I just got carried away picking out movies that I think people should watch whilst they're at home. Next one is the most recent Mission Impossible Fallout. Now, I'm a big fan of the Mission Impossible films, but this one is it's the best. I mean, I went to see it with a friend of mine who hates Tom Cruise. Just does not like Tom Cruise and doesn't like Mission Impossible because he doesn't like Tom Cruise. And even he was like, yeah, fair play, that was pretty good. Because it is. It's a really, really good action movie. This is one that if you are, if you've got like if you're at home with a partner or some housemates, you've got a bottle of wine, you've got some beers. This is that sort of a movie. It's just a fun action romp with some incredible cinematography and some incredible stunt work. Obviously, because it's Tom Cruise. Yeah, cannot recommend Mission Impossible for that enough. Right, next is a trilogy, and that is Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and War for the Planet of the Apes. Now this one was on TV either recently or the other day. I haven't opened this yet. I got it for £2 on Blu-ray. Madness. I saw all three of these films in cinema, and this is one of the best modern sort of reimagining trilogies that I've seen in a long time. Incredible CGI and motion capture work, even from the first one. I mean, it gets better as it goes along. Like in this one, oh my, it is incredibly realistic. But yeah, these three films, if you're looking for a trilogy to watch, and one that is like quite easy and accessible to watch as well, then I'd go for the newer Apes trilogy, which is Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and War for the Planet of the Apes. Right. I just realised there was another trilogy I was going to recommend that I didn't get. Bear with me. Alright, so the next one is if you're looking to get yourself into a new fandom, Lord of the Rings, the extended edition. Feel free to watch the theatrical version if you want, but I tend to always go to the extended edition, even though the stuff that wasn't included in the theatrical versions that's included in the extended editions doesn't need to be there when you went to the cinema to watch it. I just think if you're a big if you've ever read the books, like this is the version you want to watch. So obviously starts with Fellowship of the Ring, and then the Two Towers, and then Return of the King. The one thing with these is, much like when they were released on DVD, they did the same thing with Blu-ray, and the reason they did this on Blu-ray is to maintain a high HD quality. And that is, the films are split onto 2 discs because, let's have a look. The first one is, how long is it? Does it say? Does it say? Yeah, the first one's 228 minutes, which is 180 minutes is 3 hours. 310, 320, 330, about 3 hours 48 minutes. The first one. The second one is 235 minutes, so that's another few minutes. That's getting closer to 4 hours, the second one. And the third one is 263 minutes, which is over 4 hours. So yeah, it's about, to watch them all together back to back, it's about 15 hours of your life. But let me tell you, it is about 15 hours of your life, I think, because they're about 3-hour movies theatrically. Yeah, it'll take most of your day. So if you've got a day where you really just want to sit down and watch something, watch the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition. That's my recommendation. Next up is another comedy. This is a coming of age comedy. This is what I think really put Emma Stone on the map, and that is Easy A. Another film I cannot recommend enough. This is really funny. It's like a bit of a masterclass on how to write a coming of age film. Ahead of its time a bit. Because then we got things like Booksmart, which I think is probably a better representation of how to write a coming of age movie. Yeah, Easy A. I also just realised I've picked the wrong Blu-ray out next, so I'm gonna have to cut again. So because I picked the wrong one, the wrong Blu-ray out for the next one, I've decided just to recommend yet another trilogy, because, why not? And that is the Dark Knight trilogy. Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. Now I was just gonna recommend The Dark Knight because, I did that whole bit of me going on about how it's like the greatest film of all time. But you know what? We're in isolation. Just watch the trilogy. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Next up, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Again, I haven't watched this. So I got this for Christmas. It's April. Yeah, this surprisingly good animated movie. I think it took everyone by surprise, really. If you like Spider-Man, you have to watch this. Alright, now we're getting into what is going to be like the big, hefty recommendation. And for some reason, I got the regular Blu-rays out, and I decided to get the Steelbooks out as well. I picked out Spider-Man Homecoming, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and Spider-Man Far From Home as like the MCU movie I was going to recommend. But then I just basically went, just watch the MCU. It's like 27 hours, but just watch the MCU. I mean, these are the ones I picked out because I thought like these would be the most fun to watch in isolation. These two Avengers films will probably give you a bit of optimism. Things could be worse, and we'll get through it. And then the two Spider-Man films are just a hell of a lot of fun. They're probably the best live-action Spider-Man films. But maybe Spider-Man 2. And just to show you, I decided to get the Steelbooks out as well for some bizarre reason. This was the HMV exclusive, I believe, with the magnetic spider. They're in the wrong order. The Zavvi exclusive Avengers Infinity War Steelbook. The Zavvi exclusive Avengers Endgame Steelbook. And the really beautiful HMV exclusive Far From Home Steelbook. I just realised actually that's not HMV, that was Zavvi. I cancelled the Zavvi one for this and got the HMV one because the Zavvi artwork was a bit like this. It wasn't this, but it was a bit like this, where it's just like a really crappy Photoshop photo. I just preferred this. I thought this looked a lot nicer. That was sort of a tangent, just me showing off my Marvel Blu-rays. But those are the films I would recommend in isolation. There's probably loads more that I'd recommend, but I think that'll get you for a couple of months. Watch the MCU, watch the Dark Knight trilogy, watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy, watch the new Planet of the Apes trilogy, watch Easy A, watch Mission Impossible Fallout, watch Horrible Bosses, watch Joker, watch A Star Is Born, watch Shawshank Redemption, and watch Gladiator. Whew. A lot of movies. Anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. and I'll see you all next time.